think depression typically looks like a feeling of like heaviness, like physically. Like I kind of compare it to like being under a wet blanket. It's like really difficult to even do simple things that typically wouldn't take that much energy, like brushing your teeth, changing your shirt. Like things like that become very, very. They take much more energy. They take much more out of you. And then people often find that they feel really socially like isolated and withdrawn. Even if they have people that are reaching out for support, it's difficult to accept that. They struggle with sleep, they struggle with eating, they struggle with just about anything that would be just a normal daily activity. Depression kind of really makes those things much, much more difficult. I think in my experience with clients, depression usually manifests when they're overwhelmed with stress. And maybe they don't even recognize that they're overwhelmed, or they're just burned out with day-to-day life and work and school and parenting and all of the responsibilities that come with being an adult, or a kid, because that comes with different stressors and responsibilities. But I think typically people find that they're depressed when they are up against a problem that they continue to come up against and they don't know how to move past that thing. I think with depression, it's mainly just, if you're struggling to brush your teeth or just do your daily activities, like reaching out feels like this huge task in itself. Making an appointment, going to the appointment, keeping the appointments, it takes a lot of commitment to be successful in counseling. And with depression, everything's working against you to keep you basically like, buried in the covers in bed. And then also similar things as anything else, there's shame in that. People may not understand why they're depressed or why they can't overcome it on their own, or feel like they should just, power through. And so if they just ride it out, maybe they'll feel better. And so then they delay getting help. I think with my approach in counseling with depression, it's just getting people to take like the smallest steps they possibly can, right? It's not expecting people to come in depressed and within a few sessions they've overhauled everything, they feel so much better. It's just being able to acknowledge where that's coming from, validate that, normalize depression, because it's something that almost everyone has experienced at one point. Normalizing that, and then giving them like doable things and solutions that they can build on to build some momentum and confidence that they can overcome it. I think people look like they're thriving with depression all the time. I don't think depression is something that's easily spotted, because we're very good at masking that, because most of us have to go to work and we have to parent, we have to do life, and so we mask a lot of those things and put on our happy face, so to speak, and turn it on for that. So it's really hard sometimes to even know that someone's depressed, because they look like they're doing all the things they're supposed to be doing. And so I think being able to thrive, even though you experience depression, is, about building that emotional resiliency, minimizing your recovery time, having skills, having support to implement when you feel like everything's really, really hard and difficult.